What's going on there, guys? We back with another one, and we got Charles Barkley speaking from the golf course, man. He has something to say about Zion Williamson and the things that's going on with him. And Zion, man, it's been so much going on. You got Mariah Mills talking about he laid hands on her. You got Jay Williams talking about he heard reports from the team that Zion, he loves to play basketball, but he don't love the process of actually being a professional basketball player, and that's why we've run into these hiccups. You got the people on Gilbert Arenas podcast having a different take about Zion. You heard Rashad McCants say he feels like the weight isn't the issue. It comes after the injuries, but I've seen it personally, and the issues come from the weight. You know what I'm saying? The weight has been the origin since his days in grade school. You know what I'm saying? So that, along with his, seemingly his lack of focus in these things that's come out in the tabloids, has been problematic, man. And Charles Barkley briefly spoke on it. Let's peep it.
Hey, he needs to get in shape, plain and simple. This is professional basketball, Kevin. We're not babysitters. To make the kind of money these guys are making today, I don't think it's a lot to tell guys to get in shape. Hey, I don't know Zion. Seems like a good kid, but it sounds to me like he don't have great people around him. Because your friends, I was blessed to have Moses, but your family and friends should say, yo, man, you're going to screw up your future. And it's not fair to the Pelicans. It's not fair to the NBA. But the bottom line, he just got to get in shape, plain and simple. And listen, I hire a chef. The kind of money he's making, hire you a personal chef. So he just got to grow up, plain and simple.
Somebody around that organization that I have full confidence in, for the man he is and for the player he was, okay? Him and I have been having conversations, and when I got told this, it was shocking. I think it's the biggest question going into the 23-24 season for me to watch with Zion Williamson.
Okay.
Zion Williamson loves basketball. I don't know if Zion Williamson loves the work to put into basketball to be the player that we think he can be. That's what was said to me. That's what was said to me, and I was like, ooh.
So what did you think? How much did you agree with that?
I'm not around the organization enough
okay.
to see the things that this individual has seen.
Okay.
On the outside looking in and from the people I talked to, it was a pseudo question that I had. I didn't see that at Duke. I thought he loved the game at Duke, but once again, the culture at Duke was very different. You can make the case that sometimes when you're at Duke and you're with Coach K, it's a major benefit because it teaches you the right way to go about doing things. But then when you go to the league and you go to a bad culture, it's the wild, wild west. Right? All gloves are off. And now it's like you're out there trying to figure out things on your own, and you're surrounded by the people that Coach K does such a great job of insulating you from. Now, those people are in your ear a lot more, and there's a tendency, if you're young and a little bit lack of maturity with that, tendency to listen to them because you're around them more, right?
I hear you.
So you're only the byproduct of your surroundings. So I think navigating through that, that's the answer I want to see. That's the question I want to see answered this year.
It makes sense, for Charles Barkley to be the person to talk to. Undersized, powerful. He was even shorter than Zion, standing at 6'4". Very powerful athlete. Played on the Dream Team. Got an MVP. Led the Dream Team in scoring, actually. Did so many things, became a star in his own right during the Jordan era. Just, his outspoken approach and everything, the way he went about things took Charles Barkley to a new stratosphere. But Chuck is saying, it's time to be a professional at some point. Now, Charles had his weight issues at Auburn, coming up through the ranks and was just naturally gifted, had a extremely rare gift with all that weight on him to get off the floor and all that. But at some point, your talent isn't going to be able to take you over the threshold. You're going to have to maximize your abilities, you're going to have to commit to conditioning. And we see Luka Doncic doing that over the summer. We saw the Joker do it, and he's reached the mountaintop. And there's no guarantee you're going to win a title, but it will guarantee that you maximize yourself with the talent around you. You're going to be the best version of yourself, and that's all you can ask for. Now, you can ask the organization to put complementary pieces around you at that point when you do reach your peak physical conditioning, you giving maximum effort, you leading by example, you first one to show up, last one to leave. You start setting those type of examples. You can't be rushing out the gym to meet Mariah Mills and all that stuff, right? You gotta be, established culture. And Zion is one that wanted to go to other cities. He wanted to play somewhere else. Only thing is that market dried up when he showed he couldn't stay healthy. He would have loved to be in New York or somewhere like that. But if he's getting ate up, no pun intended, in New Orleans, he definitely don't need a big city because they would just eat him alive. I thought that Zion would be okay in New Orleans at some point. I knew the weight would be an issue. And like I tell people, you can't undo the injuries and the trauma that body has already suffered with the weight on it. What you can do is get that weight off so you can give yourself the best chance to stay healthy going forward. And Zion, when he showed up on the Gilbert Arenas podcast, man, his stomach was still looking kind of round. When he was standing up there with them, talking to them, his stomach looked still out of control for a professional athlete. You saw him blousing his shirt out when he was walking in with Luka and Jason Tatum at the Michael Jordan shoe event. So I think we're going to run into more of the same thing. Habits are habits. And it's one thing to say, what did he say recently? He said that he's not just going to try to lose a bunch of weight just for losing weight. He's just going to try to get in shape. But he needs to lose weight and, you need to eat, but you need to eat the right stuff and get in shape. That's why some people was coming down on him. They like, dude, you ain't figured it out yet, so don't tell us, how you got it planned, how you gonna do it your way. You need to listen to someone, and you need to get that weight down completely. Why are you this weight, my guy? Why are you still teetering around 300 pounds? Anytime you get a little break, like the breaks he be getting from basketball, and you be having these relapses all the time because of your weight, it don't be because of the injury itself. The injury gets re-aggravated when you're doing the walkthrough because you don't put on weight in that amount of time, and you ain't just gaining 2 pounds here, 3 pounds there. When you go out for 3 or 4 weeks, we see you on the sideline, it look like you don't put on 20, 25 pounds. So you just eating, whole buttercream cakes and stuff like that. And this is the thing people's talking about with his professionalism and him not reaching his peak. And I think New Orleans was crazy to even offer him a max deal. You should have let him walk after he showed you he wasn't healthy in that first deal. If he wasn't happy with what he got, let that be someone else's problem. He's produced stats and stuff, but the man's only played 100-something games in 4 years. So he's barely played one full season in 4 years, and he's not a 7-footer or something like Joel Embiid and them. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like New Orleans set themselves up for everything that's happening now. There's something to someone not being able to play those amount of games, and it's not like career-ending injuries. These are things he's bounced back from. He's shown that he still had the athleticism and everything. He always goes out, and it's always over an extended period of time, man. And he ain't put together one good season. Not one season where he's played 50, 60 games. I don't know, man. And he's always playing in short bursts, too. Always load managed minutes. At this point, they would have expected to been able to unleash you. But now Zion, he don't have it in him. He don't have that professionalism in him. I don't want to just trash him, but I'm just talking about the evidence we have out in front of us. His dedication as a professional basketball player. And that's all Charles Barkley is talking about. And I keep showing this Jay Williams clip because it goes into what's being reported right now. He's talking to people around the organization, and they saying, this guy, he's fat and he doesn't want to play, pretty much. So I want to know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time. Peace.